Hi, it's Duncan here with a quick Q4 update. One of the things I am asked by a lot of new sellers is Amazon FBA still a viable business model? And my answer to that is yes, but with some exceptions. You see, when I started selling on Amazon, there was a popular model known as arbitrage, where you source for products from major retailers, either online or in store by scanning items with your smartphone using what's known as the Amazon Seller app. It uses your smartphone's camera to scan barcodes on products in store, and then it shows you if the listing is, or if the item's being sold on Amazon, what the current sale price is, and how much potential profit you could make selling on Amazon. Now, the arbitrage model is still alive and well, and many people, myself included, use it as part of their Amazon selling strategy. However, I would caution against relying on arbitrage moving forward. It's becoming increasingly more difficult to do this model, and the profits are getting slimmer. Now, this happens in any kind of a business. It starts out when there's a new opportunity, people capitalize on that, and there's more money to be made, and as more players get involved and competition increases, prices tend to drop. It's basic economics, and that's basically what's happening with retailers. We've seen a lot of retailers, brick and mortar retailers that is, go out of business. And so we have fewer players out there competing for a smaller portion of that pie. So that means that they can match each other's prices and keep prices fairly competitive with one another. So Amazon obviously are the elephant in the room that get the majority of those sales, and so are Walmart. But you know, as far as going out and scanning products and coming back and finding 100% ROIs or 3 times your sell cost, it's doable, but it's a lot more difficult to do that. Over and above the profit shrinking, a lot of new sellers are finding they're restricted to sell a lot of major brand names and are also restricted for several categories on Amazon. So that excludes a ton of products that they would potentially be able to make a profit on. They just can't even sell them to begin with because Amazon are restricting those products or brands. That's just a fact of life, and there's many reasons behind that. The main one is brand owners are pushing back against Amazon. There have been a lot of counterfeits sold on the Amazon platform. Customers have bought a product thinking it's authentic and then complained and said this particular brand's quality has gone downhill, and that hurts a brand name. And a lot of these brand names have been around for years, and they've spent billions of dollars building that name. The last thing they want is public perception of their brand being inferior. And so there's very good reason for this. The other side of it is when Amazon started out, they wanted to grow their business, and having people supply inventory that they couldn't buy themselves was a way of expanding the offerings on their platform and getting more customers addicted to using the Amazon platform. So arbitrage is still a viable model, but I think it's something moving forward into 2019 that's going to become increasingly more difficult and very frustrating for new sellers. So what do I recommend? Well, there's a few strategies, but my favorite is the wholesale business model. And I personally was able to take my Amazon business full-time when I started adding wholesale accounts. And personally, I found it was not the easiest method to get started with, but long-term, definitely the least maintenance. Because if you only get a few wholesale accounts that have good product offerings, or better yet, you get involved with the brand owner directly, which could be a distributor or typically a manufacturer, you're going to get the best pricing possible on that product. Now, you could sell their product directly as a third-party seller, or perhaps have some kind of arrangement where you sell their products on their own Amazon account, so you're managing their Amazon account for them for a fee, and that could be a commission or it could be a flat rate. But there's a lot of opportunity because, you know, one thing I've found, especially small to medium-sized businesses, they're very good at what they do, but they don't have a lot of time or resources to hire people to learn how to sell on Amazon. Or if they're in Canada, they have a really hard time figuring out how to sell to the US market effectively. Or US suppliers looking to sell in the growing Canadian market don't understand how it works here either. So there's opportunity, and lots of opportunity for members of the Canadian community to take advantage of wholesale accounts. But in the States, even though it's a little more saturated, there's plenty of opportunities to work with small to medium-sized businesses there as well. So if you're interested in the wholesale business model, I'm going to be talking a lot more about that in videos moving forward and putting a lot of emphasis on the wholesale business model, because I really think that that's the way forward for newer Amazon sellers or those that are already selling on Amazon looking to grow their business past the sales level that they've been able to achieve. So I hope your Q4 is going well. This year is set to break records again, so more and more people are selling on Amazon. I just read a statistic where they did a survey of Canadians, and 83% of Canadians surveyed said they'll be shopping online this year. So more and more people are getting hooked on buying things online. We're on the right side of the trend. It's definitely not too late to get started on selling on Amazon FBA, but you need to be sure the information you're getting is current, because there's a lot of information and training I've seen out there offering new sellers strategies to sell on Amazon that is outdated. So check out my website at smartfbaincome.com. Be sure to subscribe to my channel if you like this video, and I look forward to sharing more strategies and tips with you. Thank